Hello, everyone. Good evening. All right, Wenqing, please turn on your camera. Thank you for submitting your homework. Can you please turn on your camera? Thank you, Wenqing. Oh, Wenqing, are you there? Hello, Wenqing, can you hear me? Thank you, Wenqing, for your essay. Okay, let's go through your essay, don't mind, ah. By the way, this essay was written by you, or did you get any help from AI, ChatGPT, or whatever? Back to you, Wenqing.
I wrote it. I wrote it, but I checked the grammar with.
No need. Next time, don't do anything. Just leave it as it is. Because if you
Okay,
have two perfect essay, I can't find any mistake. Then I may talk to you. Oh, you are so good already. Then touch wood. I'm not saying you are. If other student would be doing that, like last time I got one student. Um, she used ChatGPT to do partly because she also don't like the handling homework. Okay, I don't blame her. Then after that, she used ChatGPT and some AI and do very well. But when you went for exam, she failed her essay. And then the parents were blaming my colleagues and myself. Hey, how come my daughter failed the exam? Did you teach her properly now? How come it's this and that? A lot of things. But to me, I don't care. Lor. You know why? Wenqing and Fiona, I think Fiona understand Uncle Raymond. I don't care. Because it's the student answering the parents, not me. I know what I'm doing because the Zoom is online. Agree now, Wenqing, right? It's online. Everything, if your parents don't trust me, go and watch the video. And I did say, is he using ChatGPT? And she admit that she used ChatGPT. So, okay, don't worry.
but I never use ChatGPT. I use Grammarly.
Yeah, don't use any Grammarly or anything. Just start, let's be honest. Because when you go to exam, you can't use all these equipments, these facility, these APP apps to help you. Right? So no choice, you have to do it on your own and do it, especially you must have the time management. Okay, so it's okay, don't worry. Right, this is different from your school. Okay, let's start off with your you really like to cook, Wenqing?
Yeah,
Yes, wow, okay, that's cool. Hi, Wenpei. Well, today you look very auntie, Wenpei. Why are you okay? You look like very shag. Look tired, petite. Yeah, like that even worse. Thank you. Okay. That's more better. Okay. But look like granny now. Okay. Okay, Wenqing, can you read the first paragraph? Let's go.
okay. I have been into cooking since I was young. During every free moment I have after school, during the holidays, or even on my precious weekends, I would learn a new recipe to cook. Oh, really? Though I was very interested in cooking, I never truly had a chance to shine with this talent.
Okay. So I just marked the first paragraph and hang in now. Okay, very interesting. You see the AIMS. What is the AIMS? That means you create the atmosphere. They start off that when I was young, I love cooking. You give that kind of atmosphere already. Then the interesting thing is that every moment I have, wow, without fear, that's an interesting statement or sentence. Then the motivating is that I will learn a new, this is a very motivating, I will learn a new recipe to cook. And then though I was very interested in cooking, I never truly, so this is the last sentence that is create the suspense. So it's called AIMS. You create the atmosphere, you have an interesting sentence or statement, and then you create the motivations that no, I need to learn a new recipe to cook, and you create the suspense to move on to this. Okay, let's move on. How long it take to write this essay?
1 hour.
Wow, okay. Okay, I can't cannot move on. Stupid mouse. Okay, let's go. Every
Recently, I have
paragraph
not
must
been
sorry,
part.
every paragraph you finish,
Oh,
you pause, okay? Come, recently?
oh man. Recently, I have not been practicing my culinary skills. The last time I made a successful meal was back in the December holidays. You might think I have forgotten how to cook, but it was the opposite. Although I have not been practicing, I have practically drilled my grandfather's recipe into my mind. I have never truly perfected my culinary skills due to the schoolwork.
Wow, I tell you, when I was just now when you just hand in your homework, right? Correct. Wenjing, you just hand in your homework, yeah. I
Yeah.
just have a quick read. It really remind me of my grandfather also, seriously. Now, my grandfather is from Putian. Why you look at me like that, Wen Pei? It's like that. Okay, no, Wen Pei. Okay, so what happened is that my grandfather loved to cook Xinhua Mi Fen, Putian Mi Fen. If you go to the restaurant like in Singapore, you know there's this restaurant called Putian, right? You heard before, right? Wen Bei, Fiona, and Wen Jing. 你有听过福田? Okay, it's one Michelin star restaurant. So every Chinese New Year, Wen Jing, is that my grandfather will cook this dish, and I enjoy it. But since then, I was too young to learn. Too bad. If I were like you, then the flavor, the 古早味道 will be still there. I am very sad. Okay, that remind me of my grandfather's, but my mom managed to learn, but not as good as my grandfather. Okay, let's go.
It was on a rainy Friday night when I had just reached home from school. I was tired and did not expect this day to be a uniquely special experience. My father went on a sudden business trip without having the time to tell me that he was leaving today. It was all too sudden. But my mom had a fever that day. As always, my sister does not know how to cook. Everyone had their eyes docked on the instant noodles stored in the kitchen.
Okay, I know what you're gonna say. Okay, carry on.
I thought that instant noodles were unhealthy, especially for my mom who has a fever right now. Nutrition is important. I was taught that by my grandfather. I have never cooked a meal for my family, but I saw this as a chance to let my talent shine.
Yeah, wait. This was true story, is it?
True story, but like
A
my
bit
father didn't go on
exaggerating.
business trip.
Huh? Sorry?
My father did not go on a business trip,
No,
but I
good, good. You
just
add in on that now because from the way I see, I can tell it may be half true and not true. But the very interesting part is that you attend F and C, right? You have F and C in set one, set two.
no,
You know what is F and C?
no.
Which school are you from again? Sorry.
Huh?
Which secondary school are you from?
West Spring.
No, West Spring, I thought was food and consumer.
Oh, you mean FCE? I thought you.
Or
Oh my God.
FCE, I don't know, sorry. Food and consumer, E is there for what?
Food and consumer education.
Oh, last time they call F and B, or F and N, sorry. Food and nutrition. Okay, when I
Oh,
was teaching that time, I don't teach F and C or FCE. When time we're teaching 10 years ago, it was called F and N. Now it's called FCE. It will change so much. So you learn, so cooking to you in FCE, no problem, bro. Are you going to
um,
take this course in further up in your O level or in your poly or what? Or just a hobby?
I mean, it's just a hobby. Like, I only know three recipes.
Sorry again?
I only know how to cook three things,
Three things are like what? 蛋炒饭,饭炒
like
蛋.
蛋炒饭, and then egg, and then scrambled eggs.
Not bad already, no? It's a survival skill, okay? Not everyone can able to cook. And some even have to say, oh, my helper will cook for me. Ayo, next time you go army, who? Your helper also cook for you. Okay, okay. So good. Have a chance to let your talent shine. Let's go.
I look in the fridge to find a package of eggs, which is the ones that you buy from the fair price, and some
Sorry.
overnight
Fair
rice.
price is capital F.
Oh,
because it's a company name. Okay, it
okay.
should be by right, huh? You should put NTUC Fair Price. Correct 啦 ？Is NTUC Fair Price 对吗？
Yeah,
对吧
yeah.
？But of course, you put fair price is okay. For the Amor, the Cambridge people may not know where is it. But for Singaporean markers, they will know this is definitely a NTUC Fair Price. Capital F. Okay, so and some.
And some overnight rice my mom had kept.
Oh, sorry. Just now when you're saying that my father went for overseas trip and then you put mama,
Yeah.
can we be same what do you call on the same frequency? When you say father, then you say mother. When you say dad, then you say mom. Okay.
Oh,
By right, strictly speaking, Uncle Raymond don't like my student to write dad and mom. It's very American style writing. The proper British way of writing English is father, mother. I know some people will be against it to say no, all these things. They know that this it's nothing wrong to put father and dad and mom, but I don't like. That was it. Okay, carry on.
I'm just more into saying father for dad. But
Sorry again.
for mother, I just usually put mom because
No,
I don't
nothing
usually
wrong.
spell mother.
Nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong. Like I say, Uncle Raymond is very particular in this. You can say
Okay.
I'm very particular in these type of things. Okay, I'm an old school of thoughts. Nothing wrong. I trust me. But I'm worried that some marker was very strict. They don't like American spelling. Not all British people like Americans. Not all Americans like British. I'm telling you the truth. Okay, I know it. Okay. All right. Okay, carry on. Nothing wrong. Just carry on. I'm just sharing. Sharing my personal view. Nothing wrong. Okay, carry on. I knew.
This was it. I knew exactly what to make. Egg fried rice. I instantly got to work. I turned on the frying pan's heat and poured in some oil. Then I cracked the eggs with some difficulty, barely managing to pour the yolk into the frying pan. My lack of practice is backfiring on me. It was too late to regret it. I did my best to fry the eggs until I could smell the aroma of fried eggs. After
Wow.
that, I scrambled them and shifted them to the side before adding some chili to increase the flavor.
Wow, this one confirm you. By the way, flavor spell wrongly. They have a
I
U
thought
there.
only one. Oh,
Huh? Correct
oh
now.
my God.
Agree now. No need, oh my God, it's okay. That shows something.
Okay.
Grammarly is not also not 100% correct. Grammarly is American spellings. Hey, what's up, man? It's going to be American style. I'm going to write without the U, man. Oh, sorry.
But my teacher also spell with only one O.
Sorry.
My teacher.
Your teacher,
Yeah.
correct now. Just like whether
Okay. Well,
organization with a S or with a Z, correct now. I'm very particular in this. But sometimes I also may miscalculate on this. So it's nothing wrong. So some teacher will mark you correct. So you see the Grammarly also not 100%. Okay, I'm laughing at the Grammarly, not laughing at you.
oh
Come.
no. I reached the part of adding the rice. It was the hardest part to break apart the solidified rice. I
Why?
started without hesitation. I mixed the rice in with the eggs, and I poured in some soy sauce and continued frying. The sound of sizzling echoed in my head. I was enjoying the process.
Whoa.
Finally, I turned off the heat before grabbing some clean plates to serve the meal.
I would prefer you to say something here. What do you think?
Uh, to serve the meal I had just made.
To serve the meal for my what?
Oh,
My mother
for
who was sick.
my
Yeah.
family.
Yeah. Okay, for my mom and my sister, right? You're
Yeah,
referring, did mention your sister, is it? Correct?
yeah. I said my sister
Yeah,
just now.
correct. So it's good to be put there to serve the meal. Then it's like 不完整 not complete Nothing wrong. I'm just my 2 cents worth of thoughts. We move on.
The fried rice was neither golden brown nor did it have the best smell. This was average work. The rice was dark blue due to the extra soy sauce. Dark due to the extra soy sauce I added. I felt sad when I realized that this meal was not perfect and looked like it tasted bad. Would my
You can
family
add this.
be
You can say that. I felt sad when I realized that this meal was not perfect and looks like it tastes bad. But after all, I'm glad that I managed to cook a meal for my family. You rhyme, right? Sad, bad, glad. And I'm going to take a picture to show my dad. Whoa. And my dad will be very mad at me because, son, why 我在家里没有煮给我吃? Okay, it rhymes. Would my family be?
Would my family be positively surprised by my creation?
Yes,
Or
stop
would
here, stop
they?
here, stop here, stop here. I think to this part here, when you send to me, there's different pages. I saw this positively surprised by my creations. This is a very, very heartwarming things to say. Because you're very humble, you're just doing your best. Maybe you can say at the age of 10 years old and 12 years old, while preparing my PSLE or things like that, I will still take care. That shows something. You really love your mom so much. And you don't want your mom to go hunger. And you most important things that you want your mom to get well soon. And without doubt, you're saying that possibly surprise. I can tell you, no matter how your mom's sick or your dad is or whatever, I mean, it's a joy to taste your own son and daughter cooking. Agree not, Fiona and Wenpei? I mean, Wenpei and Fiona, if one day your son and daughter cook for you, I think it's a joy. Not many parents. I need to pause here for a while, Wenjing, because you know, this month we are talking about family and relationship. So not many children balloons. Okay. Not many children have the no, sorry, corrections. Not many parents have the luxuries and the comfort and the blessing to enjoy their own children cooking. Seriously, 真的. It was really a godsend. Sometimes my recently my younger son, who is Sec 1 this year, because of the FCE, she learned how to cook fried rice for the whole family. Yeah, of course, you know, my mother, lucky I closed the door and she can't hear me. My mother will say, not bad, but he still need for improvement. It's like my heart would say, come on, your grandson first time or second time cooking not bad 了，对吗？文静，对不对？Right. If 如果他 first time 可以 cook like Michelin style 我跟你讲，我不用教书了，文静，我开餐馆了，对吗？我儿子炒饭，我拿来吃什么？炒饭一碟，对吧？有呢，是不是？对吗？如果是你真的可以好像 Michelin star 这样就 OK 哇。So sorry I just want to add this positively surprised by my creations, and they will not be surprised. They should thank God that I have such a very understanding, matured, and caring sons. 我每一口吃下去都是那种感恩你啊！你的妈妈就讲，宝贝儿子，我真的感恩你，是真的哈，那是你妈妈生病，真的啊，文静。
Oh, she just never cook anything.
Oh, but well done. Okay, carry on.
Or would they look down on it as an abomination crafted by a failed chef?
No, if you say field chef, chef can be field. Sometimes chef is the cooking taste buds is different. You carry on.
These thoughts raced through my 14-year-old mind.
Oh, sorry,
I was
this
desperate.
part, sorry, my dear. When you're
Uh,
writing essay, Fiona, Wenpei, and all of you, Aaron, you're listening, please do not write in numbers. You're supposed to write in words, FORTEN. You take note,
okay.
I was.
I was desperately hoping for the best. It would be my fault if I made my family sick from eating this. And I did it once when I attempted chicken nuggets.
Sorry, bro, you cannot bring yourself. Maybe the chicken nugget was expired.
Well,
Not
I bought it from the fair price again.
not possible. Maybe you kept it for too long and you forgot, never check your expiry date. It happened before in my family. We thank God we are about to eat. And I think 是鲍鱼嘞。哇 I really cannot take it. 鲍鱼嘞 abalone 嘞。what a waste. Okay, carry on.
The moment of truth arrived as my mom and sister approached the dining table.
Wow, I can see that. Dun, 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 like 文静。妈咪，可以吃饭了，
Oh.
那种感觉，I'm being a bit exaggerating 啦。 Carry on.
Instead of instantly rejecting the meal, they took a bite. I braced myself for the worst, because this could be the end of my cooking talent. So, how does it taste? I reluctantly asked my sister. Bro, how did you make it? My sister replied after swallowing her food. I thought that she hated the meal I had made. After all, she is a picky eater.
Wow, I like this part. You know why? The moment you say this, you give the examiner a kind of sense that, oh, you have a very good sibling love. Well done for this month topics, friends, relative, family and relationship. You know
It
what I
looks
say that?
bad.
Sorry, you carry on first.
It looks bad, but the taste is awesome, my sister said to me enthusiastically.
Wow, enthusiastically. Not many people can pronounce this word very well because it has the longest syllabus, enthusiastically. So I want to say something. Just forgot. Yeah. So you see, if really a brother and sister who really hate you, Wen Jing, he will tell you, FO lah, idiot, I don't feel like eating your things. 你要毒死我. Your food tastes shit. Then it's like, hello, 你还没有吃你就讲我东西不好吃啊？是咯，like shit like that. 我刚才去楼下买东西吃了。That shows something of Wen Jing and Fiona and Wen Bei and Aaron. That shows something. This group of brother and sister, there's no brotherly and sisterly love. Very sad. That means they just hate each other. But no, but because she want to take it and tell you the truth. Okay, not bad. Okay, carry on.
It turns out it was a blessing in disguise. The appearance was unappetizing, yet it reminded my mom of her father's cooking. She was so
Oh,
happy that I had learned the recipe passed down from my grandfather.
wow. Tissue paper, please. Tissue paper. 很感动，是真的很感动啊！因为这些老人家他们煮的东西真的是 very nice. And in fact文贝不文贝Uncle Fiona and 文贝and 文景he ever came out in a visual graphic text about grandma authentic cooking. Came out before in the visual graphic text about this cooking seriously not kidding you in one of the secondary school exam paper. You know?
I took a bite of this imperfect fried rice. I recalled memories of the past. My
Wow, wait, stop there.
grandfather,
It's like then the bubble come out. Then the thing, the bubble come out. 叮叮噔，因为看上面，哇，想到你爷爷跟你煮饭了。可以让
my grandfather once told me this. Nothing is ever perfect. All that matters is doing your best, putting in all your effort. Do not be deceived by the imperfect appearance of something, for the true goodness in everything lies within the rice.
why I say this is very good. Finally, I got a student using a free spot here. The F words. The F word is favors. Somebody send a message to me. Okay, the F word is favors. You are talking about because of these stories. And you add in this one inside your essay, will definitely score a lot of marks. Seriously, this is called favors. Okay, it's called favors. Where is my mouse? Yo. Okay, carry on. Next, last is it the last paragraph?
I think I wanted to stop there, but I just continue. I think a little
Okay,
bit.
no, it's okay. I enjoy reading it. Come, let's go. I think the two girls
Okay.
and Aaron also enjoy it. Sorry, the fan keep blowing me because I'm very hot now, but keep blowing me. That's why I keep coughing. Carry on.
I realized that I do not have to be perfect. If I do my utmost best, I will always find joy in the things I do. This meal was the most special one I've made. I feel blessed by the knowledge of cooking. I finally appreciated my grandfather's words as I understood them at last. The meal itself was not special.
But the process is important. But the knowledge of cooking is the utmost historical value to me. Because one day when I'm a grandfather, I will tell my grandchildren and my children that was the day when your grandfather Wen Jing was cooking. And this is the thing. The process is very important. And I like the word you used, my utmost best. You did not put, if I do try my best, I'll make sure you cry. In my class, there is no try. I like the word utmost best because your grandfather has given the best recipe with an utmost skill, experience, and knowledge to cook. Because he put in the passions, motivations, and the love of cooking. Let's go.
What is truly special is knowing that my family loves me the most. All goodness lies within the rice.
And yeah, but it will be very nice. I'll give you this really an A. So you're going to be very pressurized. Because in the future, I want to see all the essay to be A. Nah. Okay, you should end like this. Very good, but the ending should end this one. Let me share with you. Therefore, this was an occasion that I cooked for my family, and indeed, it was not a disaster in my own opinion, but a blessing to know better what my grandfather had taught me, a lesson that I will never forget in my entire life. Isn't it sounds better? Agree or not? Right? You give the examiner an assurance of what you have. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go back to the topics that we have. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the last lesson for families and relationship. Next month, we're going to do different topics, and it's called language, literatures, as well as social media. So what is the meaning of families relationship means to you? Back to you, Wenpei. Finish the first paragraph and then stop there. Let's go, Wenpei.
Family relationship
I'm so
refers
sorry, my dear. I really can't hear you.
family
Good.
relationship refers to the
哎呀，broken
connection.
record 啦。啊，你没有讲 family，what you AI 啊？Read properly，come。
A family relationship refers to the connection and dynamics between individuals within a family unit, including parental, maternal, and paternal relationships. It involves understanding who the child is living with and their family of origin.
Thank you so much. So what's the difference? May I ask? Fiona, Wenpei, Aaron, and as well as Wen Jing. What is the difference? You say, okay, let's start. Fiona, I ask you. My cousin is coming to my house. Once my cousin touched down in Changi Airport from Australia. So Fiona, then your friend will ask you, right? Maybe Wen Jing will ask you, sorry, bro. Your cousin 是 mommy side, 你的 mommy side 还是你的 daddy side? How do you answer Fiona? 那文贝为什么你眼睛这么大力 ？Correct 嘛？If someone say, your cousin, okay lah. Then how you answer Fiona?
What do you mean? I'm just gonna say the truth, whether is it from my mom's side or dad's side.
Hello, you speaking like a bullet trainer. Very
I'm just
fast.
gonna say the truth. Like just say honestly, is it from my dad's side or from my mom's side?
But the cousin itself can't tell 哦，对不对哈？对不对？
Yeah.
对不对啊？对吧？我们华语就知道。请问你what is the difference between？哦，我的堂哥会从澳大利亚来新加坡来探望我的家人。哦，那文贝就说，哦，我的表哥从美国会来新加坡来跟我相亲。哎呦，What is the difference 文静？What is the difference between 堂哥 and 表哥？请问你堂哥是从妈咪 side 呢，还是 daddy side 呢？
I
他
think
们的
mommy
answer
side
妈咪 side 哈，
yeah.
堂哥是妈咪 side，OK。那 Fiona 呢 ？Why you so angry with me？
I'm not. What?
堂哥是妈咪 side 的还是 daddy side 的？
Mommy side what?
妈咪 side 啊？
Hmm.
OK。你要我 tick 你吗？弄一下吗 ？OK， 文贝，妈咪 side 是 daddy side？ 堂哥，
Um,
1 hour later, the answer is still no out. Hello, brother. Mommy side 还是 daddy side?
I don't know.
Hey, but at least you tell me. I told you in my class no IDK. You just tell me A or B only. So difficult, man. I'm
That,
just making a guess lah.
okay, that side.
Well done. You are the one who got it correct. 如果是堂哥、堂姐、堂弟，就是说啊，Fiona、文静、Aaron and 文贝，他的 surname 跟你的 surname 一样，明白吗，Fiona？你的 daddy，你姓什么，Fiona？啊，赵哈说如果你的 daddy 那边哦，文静、文贝 and Fiona、Aaron， so 如果是堂哥、堂弟，就是你 daddy 的哥哥还是弟弟的孩子。就是堂，就是很 close ，It's like really like your half brother, not step brother, half brother。如果是堂姐更 close 哦，就是像你的姐姐这样。如果是表哥、表弟、表妹、表姐，就是你妈咪那边的，就是你妈咪的 brother 还是你妈咪的 sister。可是你如果是姑姑呢，就是你 daddy 的 sister。OK， 是如果是 daddy 的 sister， 那个也是算表的。只要他的 surname 跟你的 surname 一样。就是堂哥、堂姐、堂弟、堂妹。So it's called, this one, look here, it's called paternal cousin. Now, paternal cousin referring to daddy side. Maternal cousins referring to mommy side. So, 文贝 and 文景 and Fiona and Aaron. 外婆跟奶奶，外婆是妈咪呢还是 daddy 的？文景。
妈咪的，
啊 ？Sorry，
妈咪的
妈咪啊，是吗？
，of course mom side 啦，because
I can't
外
hear you,
婆
seriously. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Because the train just passed by my house. So louder.
is at the mom side.
Mom side. Okay, thank you. 文贝呢？外婆是妈咪还是 daddy 的？妈咪啊。OK。Fiona, you agree？对，外婆就是外的，奶奶就是 daddy 的妈咪，然后爷爷就是 daddy 的 daddy，然后是外公呢，是妈咪的 daddy。Okay, very funny If your friends will say my grandmother is coming to visit me, my grandmother is coming to visit me. So your grandmother which side? Oh, my mommy mother. Very troublesome, right? So you say my maternal grandmother 就是知道了，就是妈咪的。Okay? So you understand, you learn something So 堂is daddy 那边表是妈咪那边Carry on. Sorry, 文贝。
Family relation. A family relationship is a relationship involving parents,
Carers, not
carers,
careers, yeah.
guardians, grandparents, siblings, etc. Family relationships can also include those between people who have been in each other's lives for a long time and share an emotional bond.
So you see, Wen Jing and Wen Bei and Fiona and Aaron. Some parents they don't want to differentiate in this way. They say, whether 是外婆还是奶奶, they will just say 奶奶 because they don't want to differentiate until so clearly because they feel that both grandparents are. Wow, the sickening cough every time I see them. Both grandmother, whether the mommy side grandmother, mother or the daddy mother, they just want to say 奶奶. That means they want to be close, like say emotional bond. But because of cousin is different. You know the same surname with your cousin, same surname, you all cannot get married. But if let's say your 表哥 or 表弟, you guys can get married, but advisable is not to get married. Because at the generations, not generation, in the past, the Chinese would use the blood 滴血 to do the DNA. It's totally different. You get me? It's totally different. Okay, so the maternal grandmothers and the paternal grandmothers, is a bit different, especially when it comes to inheritance, properties, wealth. The hierarchy will be different. So usually this is how we Chinese differentiate. But the Americans people, the Westerner, they just say cousin. But of course, they do differentiate also by using maternal and paternal. All right, so last paragraph, please. Wenpei, last paragraph. Thank you.
A family relationship is a source of strength and stability. Family members can provide each other with emotional and physical support. They can also offer each other advice and guidance. Family members can be a source of strength during difficult times. A family relationship is built on trust and mutual respect.
First lesson, I talk about family is about trust and mutual respect. Now let's hear what our dear friend Uncle Raymond talks. So I'm using this for later y'all can use this. It's like I think Fiona will love all this. It's called the metaphor, using a natural resources material to relate to a relationship. So like just now what Wenpei read this paragraph is true. So can we use this paragraph and see how can we use this here? A rock that is strong and steadfast in the relationships. So I use the rock to represent a kind of relationships. A rock is not easily easily broken. A titanium that will not go rust, that will not go to rust and real in relationships. That means it's anti-rust. A crystal will always show a crystal clear and beauty in the relationship. Crystal clear. Okay, crystal clear means there is no hidden agenda. That means very open, very honest, very sincere, and very truthful. A goal will always show the genuine love and eternity in the relationship. That's why you see in archaeologists, when they start to dig in the past, thousands of years, the Egyptian gold, the king that have a lot of gold and buried under the earth, under the secret tunnel or secret tombs. But when they dig up, the gold is still gold. In fact, the older it is, the history longer it is, the gold even worth more millions of dollars. So that is why it's eternity. Next, a diamond will always show commitments and purity in the relationship. They always say diamond is forever. That's why it's purity, okay? So later when you free, guys, use these 5 objects or material to refer to a relationship. So sometime, Fiona and Aaron's and Wenpei and Wenqing, sometime in your essay or, in your comprehension passage, you might see these kind of things. What does the author mean by a crystal will always show clear? So what does it mean? Why did the author use this metaphor to describe a relationship? Or why does this author use gold to describe that relationship will last forever? Okay, something like that. So gold is a what? Is a precious metal. Okay, let's look at this picture here. The same thing. Let me make it a bit smaller. So the same thing, Wenqing, we always must have in this visual graphic text, we always must have 3 ground. The foreground that is in front, and the middle ground, and the background. So you can see from the background, there are a lot of people here. Corner here, and then here, a bit blur. And then here is a trishaw, and then here is a water splashing. And then there's a very, wow, a leg that is from ladies that is very strong, maybe heavy. And this is like our father, rain or shine. Our father will go out to work and bring bread and butter and eat a living and give us the best to live. Last 2 weeks, we talked about the old granny mother, and last week we talked about the mother who is polishing the mending, cobbling the shoes, like the first class mother, second class mother, and the third class mother. And you can see this poor gentleman is like, wow, very stressful, very agony. And you see it's all wet. Maybe it's definitely raining. And from this picture, you see that we also must give credit to our father. Okay, they also suffer in silence. They also work hard for us. And they never come complain to you or cry to tell you, 我今天给老板骂，我今天给工人骂，我今天给客户骂，还是什么。They really suck it up, swallow the suffering, but they always give you the best. That's why they always say a fatherly figure. A motherly figure will never compare to a fatherly figure. A fatherly figure is a very statue, like a statue like that, very strong, steadfast. And he want to portray himself like the leader in the family. And it's true that With this portrait and image, you want to unite a family together. With this image that he want to show to you that whenever you have any problem, whenever you have any things, I'm here, I'm ready for you. Okay, so I hope you understand this. Now we go to the essay. Fiona, are you able to read the first paragraph first? Thank you.
Since Singapore gained independence, family and population policies have been an integral part of its nation-building strategies.
Oh, by the way, sorry, all the future essay, Wenjing and Wenbei, Fiona and Aaron, I'll be using the IP essay paper. Okay, this was formerly for my ex-student from her school, and it's an IP paper. Okay, it's an IP paper. Okay, right. So, and it's also, guys, next year you'll be doing social study, and it's all these essays preparing for you. And by the way, this essay that this my secondary students, IP student, she's now in my university now. As I'm speaking, 28th of February, she's now in my University of Sheffield. Exchange program internship. Small world. I never expect my ex-student to land out in the same university that I studied for many years ago. Small world. And I want to share with you this is like an essay written for preparing. Fiona, are you ready for A-level? So if you're not ready to write this kind of essay in A-level, don't go for A-level. Because you look at let me show you. It's so long. It's damn long. It's this one big essay. If you ask me, I enjoy it. I just like enjoying Wenjing essay like that. But you ask me to do math like that, I tell you, I'm going to kill you. Sorry. You ask me to do math in 3 pages, I will die. Confirm die. Ambulance come also cannot. Okay, so well, we are talking about family. Yeah, Wenjing, I know you're laughing. I don't understand why one bloody maths problem sum can write 1 to 2 pages. You essay can write.
Oh, okay. For math, you need to show the examiner that you understand and you understand how to do it. So that's why maybe you need more steps than you require.
Agree. You
You
know,
need the method mark. You need the method mark, unfortunately.
对，你没有错。Let me emphasize 补充一下。I got one student who is very autistic. He got distinction in NUS math. He literally showed me 1 plus 1 it's very easy, right? 文静 1 plus 1 Fiona 就是一个 answer. He showed me 10 pages to derive the answer 1 plus 1. Siao. By the time Fiona, he showed me, he showed me the second pages, third. I said, okay, Kenneth, thank you. That's not my cup of tea. I mean, unless you are doing a rocket science to develop the space shuttle to shoot all the way to Mars or Venus or Jupiter, or I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm not against mathematicians who come out long answer. I'm not against it. But it's not practical in real life most of the time. The only time, Fiona, I agree with you, is that you're doing a big project like building a house or a bridge or a rocket, then I understand. Okay, but most of the time, most of the people like you and me, we don't do that. We just need a simplicity. But in language, it's different. The more you write expressive to impress, that like Wenjing like that, you write the whole entire 4 pages, you bring out the essence of why he loved cooking and the joy of cooking and thinking of his grandfather cooking. That is different. That is a human touch. I'm not against that, sorry, Fiona. So yeah, this is the first paragraph that we're talking about why Singapore is so particular of families. And I always choose essay that related to the topic as close as possible. Paragraph 2, Fiona.
Which one again?
Yeah, your 10-second paragraph. The next 3 pages you'll be reading. Thanks. Yeah, don't give me that kind of look. Sorry, because I love your voice so much.
Walao eh.
Walao very typical Singaporean
Okay. Asian family values, broadly conceived as love, care, mutual respect, filial piety.
No, it's pronounced as filial piety. Then the
Filial
PID, pi,
piety
filial
and
piety.
commitment was linked as was inked as one of the core national shared values in the early 1900s.
So this paragraph tell me filial piety 就是孝顺呢。And this paragraph tell me that Singapore are very particular in Asian culture families. Why? Because we have a very diverse and multiracial, multi-religions countries that we have all different races, different colors of people, which I really enjoy, and no racism. So the shared value is because sometimes because of this multiracial and multi-religions, we will have intermarriages. That means the Indian marry the Chinese marry Malay, Malay marry the Indian marry the Baba, which is a Protestant, which is good. It looks very vibrant and nice. And the best thing is when we have these intermarriages with different races or religions, you bring the shared values that why it is important, right? In the early 1990s or before that, which you are studying history now, you will understand why all these are very important in the value because I'm not sure you know there's this thing called Eat with Your Family Days. It is very important. And then a movie with your family. True, there is. There are a few in usually where they have a big white cloth under the HDB void deck, and then they will frame Finding Nemo or come or Frozen movie to let the family to come down and sit down on the ground on the floor, okay, and then with like picnic style. And some even will have Eat with Your Grandparents Day or Grandparents Day or Father's, not Father's Day or Mother's Day. It's like Father's Bonding Day of father and son bonding, just like that. Then what about father and daughter? Why father? Because they realize Singapore fathers are too much like that gentleman just now, work and work and work. I mean, this is a very Asian culture that the father working, right? So last paragraph, seriously, last paragraph. Let's go. Fiona? Yeah, last paragraph.
Well, the policies have largely
No, here.
what is the last paragraph?
Why you jump to this paragraph? Here.
Based on these principles, Singapore's public policies have defined the ideal family types largely as the three-generational household and the two-parent home. What?
Heterosexual.
Heterosexual families. Today, Singapore looks distinct from what it was 5 decades ago. The population has tripled in size and is more globalized and much older. Different racial and religious groups live together with a higher degree of integration, and family values and intergenerational ties remain relatively strong.
Sorry, can I ask Wenpei a very, very personal question? Don't mind. If you feel like answering, you're answering. If you don't feel like answering, just say pass, okay? Very personal. Sorry, Wenpei. I'm very sorry. You know your school was St. Nicholas, right? Got O-level and IP, correct? Right? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? How do you find this IP student? I know this is recording, I don't mind. How do you find? Do you have friend in the IP class?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you find them?
She's nice.
She's nice. So you're very lucky. Maybe your characters. No, I'm not sarcastic. I always got student most of the time. Okay, Wenjing and Fiona and Aaron. And most of the time I got student from IP don't really like to mix with O-level. They are too stressed, there are too much competitions, and worst thing, they are very selfish. In my opinion. But thank God I taught IP student like this girl. That's the sharing. Always she come to me is that their friends are always very selfish. They just want to compete because to be honest, Wenjing, if you can ask your Wenpei, you can ask your IP friend. If the whole class are taking English A1, A2, and Wenjing, you got B3, good luck to you. Let's say you are in the IP's class. Good luck to you. You are the last in the class. Correct? Right? Let's say, but in your O-level, you are B3, you might be top in your class. Agree? I'm just don't cry, Wenjing, don't cry. Ayo, okay. I sayang. Okay. I'm just okay, Fiona. Is this the first time you see the IP paper? Sorry, Wenjing.
Something way in my eye.
Yeah lah, don't bullshit lah. Cry lah. Okay. Fiona, is this the first time you see this kind of essay? IB.
Not really.
So good luck. If you really want to go to JC, you can imagine they already prepared this kind in JC already, no. And IP student don't take O-level, you should know, Wenbei. Okay, so next paragraph. Wenjing, will you mind read the next paragraph to the class, please? Thank you.
While the policies have largely been effective in maintaining an Asian family model by keeping out of wedlock births and cohabitation rare, and the divorce rate relatively low by international standards. The definitions of acceptable family behaviors have been contested on the ground. New unmet needs have increased over time for groups such as singles, never married, and divorced single parents, divorced foreign spouses, and namesake partners. We discuss these issues in our new book titled Family and Population Changes in Singapore, a unique case in global family change.
You realize that it's called a unique, not an N, because of the U sound. And you realize just now you pronounce divorce, then later you pronounce divorce. So bro, 到底是 divorce 还是 divorce 还是离婚 Both are acceptable, Wenjing. But the actual pronunciation should be divorce.
Okay.
Yeah, divorce is like more to the non-British pronunciations. But we understand that divorce. The divide, D-I-V, right? Divide, divorce, divide. And divorce, D-I, dive, D-I-V-E also can. I say I dive inside, dive. You see, so which one? As long as you don't 少了一个 alphabet 就可以了. So this paragraph clearly tells you Singapore is like any other country in the world. And I think last week I told you about in Korea, right? Those mommy who give birth who don't want the baby will go to this hospital or this house and put the baby in the box and then press the bell, and then the pastor, the priest will come and collect the baby, and the rest is history. That boy or the girl will be the orphans. Very sad. This will be continued the day when I die. The world will be like that. Because like Wenbei, that's why I asked you, you got good friends in IP, but not some of them. You can see how competitive they are. And I'm sad to say, it's from your school many years ago. I'm not sure whether these teachers are here in your school. I also taught a lot of St. Nicholas, and my daughters are from St. Nick. Okay. And these teachers told the class, to my student who are O-level student, I prefer to teach IP student than O-level student. It's like WTF. You know what I mean? Agree with me. It's from your school, no? Many years already, at least 10 years ago, many years ago. Until today, I can remember. It's like really sucks, all right, Wenjing, correct? Fiona. Very sucks, right? So this teacher thinks that O-level are stupid. IP better, easy to teach, more manageable. I beg to differ on this. This is recording.
Do you know that there is
thing
this thing called DSA? So technically the AL scores are the same as the people who go to O-levels. Like, what's wrong with him?
I don't know why the government like to differentiate people like that. You know what I mean? Like the G1, G2, G3, IP, IB, North Flight, Path Flight, what else? DSA, correct? Things like that. They always say give the students, Wenjing, the more more channel, more pathway. True enough. If I'm the principal, no, sorry, principal cannot. If I'm the Ministry of Education of Singapore, I will take away the G1, D2, D3's IP paper or whatever it is. Seriously. No, why? Because that the one, the one that cannot, I told you the math's very good. She can within 10 seconds, 3.157 times 2.1, within 10 seconds, he can give me the answer faster than the calculator. But he's an autistic Asperger. You know, he's autistic. He's an autistic boy. And when he graduated in NUS, he can't even find a job, even though he has a distinction in math. Even his professor also don't want to take him in. What kind of bloody idiot society is this? Just because autistic. And recently, one of my friends, he has heart issue, cardiac arrest. and the company refused to employ him, just worried that he cannot take the job. Do we give like the yellow ribbons? Yellow ribbons are people who have been in prison and they come out not to have a second chance. But most of the company will not want to employ a yellow ribbon. And Fiona, to be honest, I would never want to employ a person who is a rapist. I will employ people who gang fight, stealing, take drugs, okay, or snatch thief, okay, or scammer, okay, I don't mind. But I will never take a person who is a rapist or molester. I would never take these two idiots. Especially if I have a company with female workers. I'd rather they die. Sorry, I would say, I'd rather they die. You see, by raping a girl, you're destroying another person's life. Seriously, I'd rather he die because I got student, female, I got my daughter, I got my nieces, I got my goddaughters, things like that. I got my cousins. So I cannot accept it. Sorry, since we are going a bit far out of this topic, but just sharing my point of view, POV. Thank you. Lindsay, can you carry on the next paragraph? High childlessness rates. You see, realize that these essays are using more than 3 syllables of English. Wow. Let's go.
I'm not gonna read that.
High childlessness.
High childlessness rate. Some unintended consequences of the public policies and changing ideologies have nevertheless emerged. Today, Singapore has one of the world's lowest fertility rates, highest childlessness rate, highest with high singlehood rate, and a rapidly aging population.
So why am I doing this topic? Because I'm not preparing you for Sec2, Wenjing. I'm preparing you for your university. And this topic is not just Singapore alone. We are talking about the international platform. We are talking about the whole entire world. After World War II, there was a huge baby boomer. But when everybody settled down, like our grandparents and our great-grandparents, well, they give birth 10 children, that can be a football team or a basketball team. But nowadays, Wenjing, next time when you and wife married, how many kids will you want?
I rather none though.
Don't want to have children. Okay, fair enough.
Actually, one lah. One,
One,
okay.
one, okay. Wenjing,
I no money.
Sorry?
I no money.
One only,
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
How about you, Wenpei? How many kids will you want to give birth when you marry? One. How about you, Fiona? How many children? Don't tell me you're LGBT plus. How many children you want?
I'm bisexual.
5.
I'm bisexual also like.
Oh, you bisexual. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. So how many children you want? 对啦，不要浪费我时间啦。
At most 3. At most.
3
At most.
3
Yeah.
3
I
Okay.
think so.
Aaron. Okay, 3 Aaron, how many children you want, Aaron? Aaron, very rude. Aaron never answer me. You clown, Uncle Raymond. Aaron is sick. He will be watching this video. How he answer you, clown. Oh yeah, sorry. So you see, I talk to my own self. Wenjing said, Uncle Raymond, I give up you. Why cannot? I talk to myself, you have a problem with me. Bloody hell, emotional damage. So joke aside, 你看你们这几个宝贝，最多一个而已，就Fiona 3个。Then most of them I check is either 1, 2 or worse. Can you write down DINK now? What does DINK stand for? Double income, no kids. That means you and your wife earn a lot of money but don't want kids. I got kids. My kid is a hamster, rabbit, chihuahua, dog, cats. Oh my God, seriously. Okay, one more paragraph. Wenjing.
Singapore families are currently under considerable stress. The childlessness rate has increased sharply from about 5% for women who were born around 1930 to almost 1/4 of the women born between 1966 and 70. Aged 46 to 50 in 2016. This rate is higher than that in the United States and as high as the highest childlessness rate in Europe registered by German women born in 1968, 23%.
So what you realize, you realize they are giving statistics, numbers. And the same thing when you're going for JC or even uni, which is the one topic I hate most is statistic. I study econs. I hate statistic. You talk about the definition of law, economics, all these things, no problem for uncle. When it comes to statistic, I feel like shit. Okay, the statistic one is the worst. But now I have to love the statistic. You know why I won't think? Fiona and Wenpei and Eric, because I have to love statistics. Number one, I want to know what is stocks and share. 股票 statistic chart is very important. Number two, I need to know statistics because I'm running a business. I need to know which is a high performance, low performance, which is the best product, not a best product, because I need to help my bosses to do this. And also need statistics to see my students, the grade, how good they are. Okay, by chasing grades is part and parcel of academic life because this is how we get into the top university. Nothing wrong. But when you come to the real world, it's also another statistic in life. So I quite regret I did not study well for my statistics. But no matter how I study, I still cannot understand. But now as I grow older, more matured and more professional in my thinking, I realize statistics is important. And this is 2016. By next year, 2026, this 46 to 50 years old is already 10 years. So it plus. The 46 will become 56. The 50 will become 60 years old. And you get older. And guys, you're going to support this auntie, uncle, and ama, akong in the 10, 20 years. By the time you are now 14, plus another 20 years, you're 34. You are in a mid-career where you are your career just started. You are doing well. You might be a CEO of something, some bank or whatever. And then you have young children, like one children. Then your parents are getting older, right? So how? So you need helper, right? This is the one. As 90% of ever married women have at least one child, this is the higher childlessness rate in large part due to the high proportions of Singapore young adults who have remained single. Like because most of like your friends are. As of 2015, that was 10 years ago, now it's 2025, 70% of Singapore women aged 35 to 39 are single. Can you imagine now it's 2025, this 17% will be increased by double or triple, will be 27 or 37%. And this 35 to 39, now they are getting older. And this rate is also high by international standard. How? Even though the singlehood rates in many European countries is higher than this, fertility rates in those countries are higher than that of Singapore. Why? Because many cohabiting couples that have children together. Family policy in those countries allow children who were born out of wedlock and their parents access to public benefits. So those children who have no parents, those parents who have children but they want to adopt this, they can be part of the parents. So Singapore are adopting this kind of concept. Then you tell me why? Because this month we're talking about families and relationships. Just like my neighbors, recently they adopted a girl who come out for wedlock and means their parents are not sayonara, means divorce, and end up what happened? Nobody wants, right? So my neighbor's son adopted her and become part of the family. So this is also one way to stop people from abortion. This is also stop people from throwing the children and sell the children to other parties. You know, during World War II, after World War II, one of my auntie nearly sold to somebody else. And if you know that this lady called Elizabeth Choi is a heroine, if you study Singapore history, her niece, that it was my NIE teacher, she told me, because during the World War II, she was being tortured, Elizabeth Choi was being tortured by the Japanese. And the husband died after World War II. But because of that, it affected the giving birth, the wounds. So one of my teacher, the sister was being adopted by Elizabeth Choi as a goddaughter. So all these things that we talk about, it's very important. Like, you know, to tackle the low fertility rate in Singapore is of most importance to reduce the barriers for marriage. Now, statistics, you see, show that singlehood rates are highest among the Singapore Chinese women who on average are better educated and have a higher aspiration for and commitments to their careers. For them, one of their 5 remains single by age of 35, 39. Let me share with you this before we go for an exam paper. Many years ago, when Mr. Lee Kuan Yew was still Prime Minister of Singapore, Wen Jing, Wen Bei, Terence and Fiona, he told the university mummy to give birth, saying that the government, the country has spent so much money to educate you. Can you please kindly at least give birth? And even say that the more highly educated should give birth more. That offended a lot of families who are uneducated or lowly educated. 就说鸡蛋糕，就是说我跟我太太很笨，我生的孩子不可以做官啊，不可以做老板是吗？不可以做大学生啊。So that proves that wrong, right? But because Mr. Lee Kuan Yew was kind of very frustrated that people don't want to give birth due to their own career, to him, I feel it. It's a very selfish thought. But then again, he was being advised by other ministers and say, no, look, Mr. Lee, you have to understand, this is their personal choice. So you realize this is true. This was true that it was mentioned in one of the old social study textbook. That was the only thing that Mr. Lee said, but I don't feel that it's wrong for him to say that. I mean, seriously, Fiona, Wen Bei and Wen Jing, imagine your son, okay, study law degree, first class honor law degree, okay, Wen Jing. Then 他跟你讲，爸爸，我不要做律师。Then 你就问他，你要做什么？我要做小贩中心。Oh, how you feel, 文静？我给你读了几百万，你跟我做什么？I want to make coffee. Then Fiona, your daughter and son say that, 妈咪，我不想当律师，我不想当医生了。那你要做什么？我要出来做YouTuber.
Can.
Can you accept it?
Yeah.
Can you accept it?
Yeah, as long as you can have money and then don't 吃我养老钱 then can 了。
fair 啦 fair， 可是你会觉得哇 correct 了 I don't know.
有梦想好过 what you want to be I don't know better than that 啦。
Correct. I agree. I totally ATA I absolutely totally agree. Atta with you. 没有错。文佩 your son and daughter say, 妈咪，我不想 take over 你的 business 了。我更知道 imagine you and your husband have $1 million of business. Then your 儿子说，妈咪，我不想 take over your business. I don't want to take over the second generation business. Then you ask your son, what do you want? 我要去当歌星。姐妹的你还看过来，看过来，看过来，这里的节目好精彩。妈咪，我的声音好听吗？You get the joke, I'm not saying anything. Sorry, my phone keep ting ting ting. I don't know who the hell is this. Nevertheless, you are right. They have their own choice. I don't stop them. Okay. I'm not going to continue the rest. It's quite. If you read on, I think you're going to fall asleep. Okay. This is if you're free, you can read up. Okay. So next month is a very important month because I'm going to test you on comprehension passage on summary skill. Okay, let's do this exam now. Wait. Please read the instruction and do, don't anyhow do. And then write in the, one thing I write in your answer in the Zoom chat, thank you. Ayo, why like that? I hope you can see there are total 10 questions. Okay, let's go. I'll come back to you.
You need to change the word.
Yeah, the answer is that, yeah, put one of these in the past simple and past continuous. That's the part A.
Oh.
The part B is actually part A is to help you in your editing. Part B is also help you in way of editing, but not so much editing, but phrasing the sentences in terms of proper grammar. Okay, you got the answer? Oh, thank you, Wenbei. Wenjing, what about this one, the 1 to 10? Okay, thanks. Fiona done? OK，Wenbei 你做好了吗？Wenjing 你好了吗？好了 ，OK，好，谢谢。Okay, can you read the first five? Fiona, Fiona gone already. Never mind. Oh, never mind, Fiona. I thought you go. You want to go toilet, huh? Can you read the first five, Fiona? Thank you.
Party was fantastic. Every guest brought something to eat and a bottle of wine. I had an extravagant weekend. I bought some clothes and a plant. 3 weeks ago, Tracy met her ex-husband in Malcora. What a coincidence. When I lived in Italy, we always ate lamb at Easter. Shakespeare wrote a lot of plays.
I got one student thought Shakespeare is still alive, Fiona. Seriously. And she said, I think Shakespeare will write a lot of plays. I said, bro, my cousin William Shakespeare passed away many 100 years already. So don't. Okay, what's the difference between number one and number two? Number one is bring, past tense or brought. And number two is bought, and present tense is buy. That's all, very straightforward. 1 to 5, will you kindly read to the class, please? Wait, somebody say something. 14 out of 15, we are done. Back to you, number 1, 5, Wen Pei. Read 1 to 5, please.
The party was fat. Oh, how did you get there?
I walk lah.
Who did you go with?
Fiona lah. Without you lor. Bleh.
Where did you stay?
Don't tell you. Bleh.
Was the weather good?
Do you think I'm a weather forecast?
What did you think of the food?
Don't know. I'm not the one who cooking. Wen Jing is the one cooking. Okay, number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you, Wen Pei. Wen Jing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What do you do during the day?
Sleep lah.
Do you go out in the evenings?
Yes, I went out with my few ex-girlfriend without my wife knowing it.
Do you buy any souvenirs?
For you, no way, man. Waste money.
Do you make any new friends?
God, all the LGBT friends.
How long did the journey home take?
I don't know. I was busy talking to the snail and tortoise. I lost track. So funny. Okay, just kidding. You know Uncle Raymond like that. By now you should know I'm just going to be fun. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I should sincerely thank our dear friends, Mr. Liu Wenjing, completing his wonderful, seriously, I'm not sarcastic, from the bottom of my heart, very beautiful essay. And I'm waiting for the two ladies to write these two essays now. But before that, can I have the rest of you to write your reflection for today's lessons? What have you learned from today's lesson? What should I say? Have you learned about the father who is in the under the rains, and about the essay about the IP essay about using the 5 minerals materials, natural resources? Have you learned about what this past tense, present, past continuous tense? Yeah. And you can even put in using your 5 elements, the gold, silver, no silver, the gold, titanium, what else? Rocks, diamond, crystal, to put inside in your reflections, 80 words. Now, once you're done, okay, we'll complete this. But by right, you're supposed to show me an introduction, Wen Pei and Fiona, that essay. By right, okay, so Wenjing no need to do already lah, because you done the essay already. So you just completed. Okay, thank you very much for your efforts, Wenjing. Okay, so Wenjing, you can do your reflection, must be 80 words and above, all right? All back to you. Wen Pei, what you need to do is the reflection of 80 words, okay? All right, what have you learned from today's lesson 啊？文贝明白吗？就是说你懂这个吗？这个爸爸这个爸爸，然后这个 rock titanium, you can write this under inside your reflections, okay? Or even you can use the word trust, TRUSTE, trust, or even can talk about this essay. Or I didn't know Singapore got really a high rate of childlessness. and a lot of people getting married but no children, and the aging population in Singapore is so serious there. And then you can talk about this one. We have done this. Wenpei, you haven't given me your score. Oh, Wenpei got 14. Thank you. So well done. So this one really can help you tell you even such a simple exercise. There are still got people got mistake. Are you wrong? Okay, that's all I want to say. Let's do the reflection first, okay? Like you can say that I learned from Wenjing the essay about the grandfather who said the story about this. Okay, about remember the fables. This one is a very Wenjing I hope that this one you can copy somewhere in your book. So when you're coming for exam, any exam, you can use this in any of the topics. Nothing is ever perfect. So you can talk about success and failure in an essay. You can talk about leadership quality, correct? You can talk about discipline. So this one is very good for to use to start off in your introductions. Okay, not the fried rice. Is that my grandfather once told me this part here is very good. Okay, Wenjing, take note. You can use it in your essay. It's a waste if you don't want to use it. Seriously. Oh, I just saw Fiona wrote something. Thank you, Fiona. Appreciate it. What happened to these two girls today? You all look so tired, like you poor thing. Wow, you got 116 words. Fiona, well done. Okay, Wenjing. Okay, Fiona, can you read to the class, please, of your reflections, please? Thank you.
Today I realized that the essays that IP schools used are a whole new level. They write about real news and reports instead of made up stories. This showed me what our students at IP schools learn, and no wonder they do not need to go through O levels. The passages they read are much tougher than the ones I'm used to reading in school. I realize that the essays I read in school are a little too simplified to ace O levels. I really need to do more papers from IP schools. Also, I revised the past and past continuous tenses from primary school. That really helped me recap the things I learned in the past.
I love the way you say, my dear. I love the way you say this. I hope every student will think like you, Fiona. Actually, 我不想讲的嘞，Fiona。我不是要讲你啊。I got parents come and tell me，你教我的孩子这个周末都没有考试的我要你教的是跟 O level 有关系。Very stupid Fiona，agree 的。Very stupid right？我是在准备你儿子还是女儿准备 for higher learning 对不对？So that you are ahead of your classmate and your schoolmates 3 times，对吗？文贝 agree 的。Because I purposely asked Wenpei, the class in those class in IP, are they stressful? Do your friend, okay, one friend only, does your friend complain to you how stressful they are in IP class? Wenpei, you ma? Or very enjoyable? Do they complain to you? No. Or are they shy? Did they not tell you? I doubt so lah. I doubt so. Okay, seriously. If you have any friends, go and check them. Okay, Wenjing, Wenpei, I'm waiting for you to type your reflection. Okay, let's go. Wenjing.
Oh, I forgot my mic was off. Today, I have learned a lot about how a father's love is so special. Father is a significant figure in a child's life. We can either be biologically related or just someone who the child can rely on. A father figure is important to a child. This allows the child to feel more safe and secure. And a father figure is also someone who will do things by themselves to support the child. They will do their best. They also do not accept sympathy and work behind the scenes. They are the protectors of the child. I also learn more about asking questions.
I totally agree because Wenjing, one day you'll be a father. They always say like to say this, like father, like child, right? 对吗? Like father, like son. And it's true, you see your father wants you to be better of him. And when you grow older, you want your son to be better of you and also to be a better of your father, which is your son, grandfather, that is your father. And this go on for many generations. And why some generations can make it so wonderful because of 他们的教育。很重要的。所谓上梁不正下梁歪，一个家没有父亲啊，很完蛋了，是真的。你看岳飞啊，他父亲死掉的时候啊，他妈妈真的很辛苦养大他，可是他没有在一个完美的环境。如果是在完美，我看岳飞啊，人可以做皇帝。Okay, let's back to you, 文备。156 words. Oh my Jesus Christ! Awesome, man. Let's go. In today.
In today's lesson, I have learned the meaning of family relationship. Family relationship is the connection between people in a family.
Stop. I read better. The moment you read, I want to sleep already, sorry. Like parental, maternal, and paternal. Invite, so please don't read like that. You're such a nice voice. Like parentals, maternals, and paternals relationship. Now you know 什么是堂哥、堂姐、堂弟、堂妹、表哥、表姐、表妹、表弟、外婆、奶奶啊。Okay, and 外公、爷爷啊。Okay, right. It involves understanding the child who is living in the family or have been in each other's life for a long period of time and share an emotional bond. And by the way, I can add this, please. Can I add this? Emotional bond, reverse reading. The bond that is so emotional, it cannot be detachable. It is definitely a very strong like a super group. A family relationship is a source of strength and stability during difficult times and is built on trust and mutual respect and furthermore, understanding. No hidden agenda. Secondly, I have learned that some teachers favor IB student over OPs, or they call OP student, as they are subjectively smarter, nonsense, and do not need to take O level. They're just, you see, they are just more hardworking. They are more motivated. You mean the IP got 2 brain, got 3 eyes, huh? Got 4 hands, got 3 boots, My goodness, no, right? They are just like you, human beings. They're just a bit hardworking. However, I do not think that is the case, as I have seen the IB student papers and they are on the same level as us. Not true, maybe even easier. Oh, that means you're smarter. So it's a waste, Wenpei. Then you go for O level. If you can look at it.
No, really, because last time my Chinese oral, right, for OP, it was like reading aloud and it was also look at the video and then answer questions. And then our passage was so hard. And then I looked at their passage and it was really easy.
Oh, you're talking about their oral only, correct, my dear? Have you looked at other papers?
Their
No,
papers
be honest.
ours.
Have you looked at other paper like the chemistry, the physics, the bio, the A-Max, and the other maths paper?
Not yet.
Not yet, You know why? Because the IB student don't need to talk one. Their oral is every time they do presentation inside for Fiona, they have a lot of project presentations. So to them, oral is, hey, come on, you're insulting me. Theirs are a lot of writings. One thing, they have a lot of writings. They are writing for A level and do all the way writing towards university. So I have to use this concept. 我不要我的 G1, G2, G3 student 输给那些 IB student. Now, Fiona, 你明白吗？我要 Natalie. When I look at we go and look at her paper for a G1 paper, it's really an insult to her. And your school teacher, one of them is so like look down on G1 student. Very sad. And that's me, I'm very open. I know some teachers will hate me. I don't give a damn. By right, as a teacher, you must you must treat all students equal. I dare to say that because I really put in the effort to do it. Sorry, I also understood simple past tense and how to use them in sentences, which can help me in essay writing or comprehension, anything else related in English general. Yes, besides writing, we are talking about Wenjing and Wenpei and Fiona and Aaron's paper 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, I hope one day if you guys are teachers, please treat all students with respect, kindness, and equal opportunities. Even the student want to give up on himself or herself, don't. Just like if you are doctors, you know you got 1% chance to save the patient, go for it. You know, Wenjing, Uncle Raymond is a police trained officer. I got first aid. Got one time in grassroots club of Fiona, got one uncle got heart attack. I was hesitating to do CPR. No? Then when I went back to my police duty, got one of the officer is also a first aider trained instructor. Say, Raymond, no matter how, even though you cannot save him, you broke his rib, you still have to go and do CPR. That is the rules. You don't be afraid. There's no point take the first aid. Okay, you have to go and do it. That even that few seconds, if you can pump and the heart come back, you are saving a life. Do you know, Raymond, as a CPR, because they got these apps, they always tell you nearby got people got heart attack, then he will go to the house. Most of the time, 100 times I went, 99 times I cannot save the victims. Then I was like, huh? But I still go out. Even though the heart already stopped, but I still do my best. He never used the word try. I still do my best to go and do CPR. Even there's a slightest chance of 1%. With that, I will always remember. Students will never want to fail, right? They still want to pass. But why do they fail? There are many factors. Don't take 100% blame on yourself. Take 70% blame. The other 30% is the environments, parents, and your friends. Okay, so don't take 100% because I know all my students well. You guys don't want to fail. You guys also don't want to stay back in Sec 2 or Sec 1. You guys want to continue to move life, but sometimes there is life, there's ups and downs, there's failures.